today. My name's Joni Ogg, and on behalf of travelprofessionalnews.com and homebasedtravelagent.com and findahosttravelagency.com, I would like to welcome all of you to today's webinar. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to join here with us. We're really happy to have our speakers today, who are some of our great friends at VAX. And today's topic is VAX, Build Your Biz in the Must Visit Leisure Travel Marketplace. We have two speakers today. We have Katie Kohler and Jenna Buge. Katie is the marketing supervisor at VAX and is based in Milwaukee area. She loves to get outside as much as possible, from water skiing, camping, and hammocking. Oh, I like that. Being in nature is her happy place. And when she's forced to stay inside, which I'm sure Milwaukee sometimes makes her do, she enjoys cuddling with her cats and picking up a good book or puzzling. Great. Now, Jenna is the senior editor at VAX, and as a world explorer, Jenna loves writing about all things travel. And when she's not busy creating content, she spends her time exploring the great outdoors, cuddling with her two black cats, and researching her next big, sometimes strange adventure. I'd get to the bottom of that one. All right, so please remember, everybody, that you are, as you know, if you've been on our webinars before, you are all muted. But we do, of course, welcome and encourage your questions. And you can put those in the questions area that you see at the right-hand side of your screen in that control box. And you just put those in there, and then we'll get to those at the end of the presentation when the ladies are all finished with their presentation. And we're going to also be awarding a $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of the Ogg family and Travel Professional News. We'll do that at the end of the seminar or presentation after we've done general questions. So listen carefully, everybody, for your chance to win. I'm going to go ahead and just hand this right on over to Katie and Jenna so we can get started. Welcome, ladies. Great to have you.
Thanks,
Great
Joni.
to be here. Yes, we're excited. Thanks, Joni. And hello, welcome everyone to our webinar all about VAX today. We have lots of free resources on VAX we're excited to share with you today to help you grow your business. And if you stay on till the end, we also have an exciting announcement on a new addition to the site coming soon. So my name is Katie Kohler. I am the marketing supervisor at VAX, and my team and I mostly work on the brand side of the operations, working with the cruises, the hotels, the tour operators to get their content on VAX. So the brand showcases that you see, the promotions that you see, we help load those onto the site. And we also help create a lot of the VAX campaigns and kind of strategy around that.
Yes, and my name is Jenna Biggie. I'm the senior editor for VAX, and I've been working with the team for about 7 years now. As part of the editorial team, we touch, all things words for the site, so anything from emails to campaign copy, and then to the Compass, both the digital side and then our quarterly print magazine as well. So that's a little bit about us, but before we get started, we wanted to have an icebreaker with our furry friends. So anyone in the chat, if you want to chat in, tell us about your furry friends at home. We'd love to learn more about them. Katie, do you want to kick off with your boys?
Yes. Yeah, so we have Miko and Toulouse on the left here. If you know Disney, you know these are both Disney names. And yeah, they're sometimes friends, sometimes frenemies, but yes, they're the best and very soft and cuddly.
Classic.
Big cat ladies, as you can tell.
Yes, I didn't realize we both had cats in our bios. Yeah, so these are my ladies on the right side there, Libby and Lana, black cats, 7-year-old sisters. And we thought that showing off our little fur babies to you would be a good way to kick things off in a fun way.
Love it. All right. Well, anyways, we will get back to business here. VAX just had our 25th anniversary this year, and we've always had the same main goal since the beginning. We exist to enable travel advisor success. So everything we do, we have the travel advisor in mind. We have the largest we are the largest leisure travel marketplace. And if you are a US travel advisor, you are probably using VAX. Whether that be to research or book, we have a really amazing booking engine where you can book brands like ALG, Universal, SeaWorld, Travel and Leisure. But today we wanted to focus more on the content side and some resources we have to help you connect with clients and grow your business and make your life easier. So on this slide, you'll see a few things we'll cover today. And then hopefully we'll have some time and talk about the community, which will be launching in later November. So yeah, throughout the presentation, we'll kind of be showing you tools to connect with clients and thus driving more sales and revenue. All right, first up, we have brand showcases. So real quick to find these, in VAX's main navigation on the left side, you'll see reservations and brands drop down. And within that, you'll see VAX has 6 different travel categories. So anything from hotels to cruises and travel protection and more. And so once you click on that category, the page will feature a list of brand showcases for you to explore. We have Ryu on the slide here as an example, but the brand basically owns this page and they can feature whatever they want, whatever is most important for you to know. So what you see here is what they feel is most important. And travel advisors love the right side of the showcase, where you can see the current promotions and travel advisor incentives. And then the rest of the showcase can include contact info, commission info, what kind of experiences the brand offers, or what sort of travelers they would be best suited for. So yeah, make sure to peruse some of your favorites, but also explore some new brands that you might be less familiar with. Most of the hotels are bookable direct on VAX. If you're looking at cruise or tours, those pages will link you off to book on their site. But each showcase in the left column, you'll either see this reservation tool, which means it's bookable on VAX. Otherwise, there'll be like a button that links off to their site for bookings.
Yeah, we have so many great brands on VAX, so definitely want to explore those brand showcases. But next up, we want to talk to you all about one of the newest features on VAX, which are our shareable destination guides made in partnership with Arrival Guides. So if you aren't familiar with Arrival Guides, they are a third-party business that specializes in creating in-depth travel resources designed to inspire more travel to a wider variety of places. And our favorite thing about these, in addition to them being a great resource for advisors to share with their clients, is that they typically cost money, but on VAX, they're available to you totally free of charge. And who doesn't love free? So like we said earlier, these guides are really good for nudging your clients to book and for showing your expertise as a travel professional, because they include tons of vetted recommendations for you to share with your clients. So if you were to zoom in on the screenshots I have here, you would see that every arrival guide has information on things to do in a specific destination, including places to eat and drink, places to go shopping, you know, cafes, and just general tourist information like the best time to visit, airports, public transportation information, and more. So tons of good stuff included in these guides. So by now you might be wondering where you can find these guides, because they're pretty cool. And to find them, all you need to do is go to the main VAX navigation menu. and hover over the destination section. From there, you can pick your destination of choice. And once you get on the landing page, about halfway down, you're going to see, what looks like what we have here in our screenshot on the right-hand side of the screen. So once you get to the guide, if you decide you want to download it, you're going to look for this purple download guide button, which I have a picture of on the right-hand side of the screen again. And when you click that button, it's going to go ahead and send an email to your email address. And from there, you can save it down and share it with your clients. As a note, we don't have arrival guides for every destination on VAX, but we are working on it, so stay tuned.
All right, next up we have the Travel Inspo Toolkit, which is one of our favorites. We have a few favorites, but this is a goodie. This is where we have shareables for social media or emails or however you want to connect with your clients. So you can keep your entire audience engaged on social and keep them inspired, or you can send these shareables to individual clients who you haven't connected with in a while. And this lives again in VAX's main navigation. There's a resources drop down where you will see a link for the toolkit. So they're ready to share content. There's memes in here, post starters, articles, and more. So everything from a good laugh to pictures for inspiration, as you can see on this slide. Everybody loves a good meme.
I love the Barbie meme.
Classic. And we do have two partners that help us kind of source this content. So they always kind of I think they send monthly updates. And so there's always fresh content in here for you to pull and copy into your socials. And it's really easy to use. So if you haven't done something like this before, you just right-click the image that you want to use. And once you right-click, there'll be an option to save it down to your computer. And then you're able to share it on social. You could share a funny little thing in an email to a current client, or you can send some inspo to a client you haven't connected with in a while.
All right, so next up, we want to talk about our vacation experience campaigns. And if you're active on VAX, you've probably noticed by now that we are in the middle of our destination wedding campaign. Whether you've seen the content coming to you in emails, on banners on the site, or maybe even on our social media, we've been talking about it everywhere that we can. So while we're doing weddings right now, that's just one example of the many campaigns that we run throughout the year. Other themes that we cover every year include Power Up for Peak, which is focused on peak booking season for travel advisors. And then we also talk about things like family travel and adults only travel, and then again, destination weddings every fall. So we have a screenshot here of our family travel campaign, and you can see that it's a resource page that is designed to help travel advisors grow their business and build their niche. And every resource page that we create for a campaign includes educational content for you, including advice from experts in the travel industry. And we do run the same campaigns from year to year, but that doesn't mean that we're always talking about the same thing every year. Every time that we run a campaign, the information is totally new, it's always changing. So it's important for you to keep coming back and keep checking to make sure you're keeping up with that great content. Another great thing about these campaigns is that they are an opportunity for you to enter giveaways and win prizes. And who doesn't love a prize? So to access our current campaigns, again, you might see those coming to you in emails or on the banners across VAX and on social media. In addition to current campaigns, we have a few that live on the site year-round. So to find those, you can go to our resources tab on the main navigation menu, and then go down to specialty travel, and then browse either weddings or family to catch up on all that great content.
All right, next slide.
Next slide, please.
Okay.
All right, so now we're going to do a deep dive on the Compass, which is my pride and joy. If you aren't already familiar, the Compass is the editorial resource powered by VAX, and it's a place for travel advisors to find new content published every single day, written specifically for them and their clients. So a lot of the content on our site, on the Compass, is written by our in-house editorial team. However, we also work with regular contributors, and many of them are travel advisors or familiar faces in the industry. For example, we work with Jennifer Dugan from Dugan's Travels, Terry Dale with the USTOA. Who else do we have? Martin. We work with Martin Musi with Nexion Travel. So there's tons of familiar names in the industry that you'll see writing for the Compass. And in addition to content that we're writing for you guys, this is also a place where we publish content from popular brands, whether that be news and updates from them or advertorials for them to keep you in the know and fill you in on what they think is important for travel advisors to be up to date with. And as a little added bonus, everything on the Compass lives in front of the VAX login. So that means if you share an article with your client, they're not going to see any of the background stuff you don't want them to see, like our booking engine or the supplier showcases. None of that will be accessible to them. It all lives in front of the login. So in this screenshot here on the right side of our screen, I have the Compass homepage. So we're just gonna work from top to bottom, and I'll explain a little bit more for you there. So beginning at the top, you're going to see our drop-down menu, and that includes 4 categories, which are advisor development, travel inspiration, around the industry, and from our brands. So that's a good place to start. If there's something specific you're looking for, you can play around in those categories. As we move down the page, about halfway down, you see that blue horizontal bar, and that is the Compass search. So this is where you can go to search for a certain keyword or destination. Maybe you remember a name of an article and you want to find it again. You can type it in there and see what pulls through. And then on that bottom third of the page is our, that's kind of where the newest articles pull through on the bottom third. So anything that we publish, it comes through here. So it's a good place to go if you want to see what's fresh and what's new. Come check here on the homepage. So as a little reminder, to find the Compass, you're going to go to that main VAX navigation menu again. Then all the way on the right-hand side, there's a section labeled the Compass, and then under that is the Compass then VAX. So that's going to bring you here to the homepage we have on the screen. Additionally, we also send out an email specifically for the Compass, and that's every Tuesday. So watch your inbox for that, and that's going to include our fresh content, all that good stuff. Katie, if you want to go to the next slide.
Yes.
Thank you. So here are 2 fun features that we include on every article. The first one we're going to talk about is our one-click sharing capability, which is kind of illustrated here. We have a screenshot, and you're going to see those 5 red circles. So those are all buttons that if you click them, it'll automatically pull up to your Facebook, X, Pinterest. It's going to pull through with the article link, allowing you to share easy peasy, just one click directly to your socials. And then another great feature that we have in every article is this advisor call to action functionality. So as you can see, we have a screenshot here where it includes a logo, as well as some contact information for Susan Travel. And this is kind of just our way of adding your branding to our content. So if you are sharing an article from the Compass, whoever's reading it is going to know that you're the one who shared it. And our hope is that it, inspires them to book a vacation inspired by that content, book a vacation with you. So that's the CTA functionality. And if you aren't seeing it pulling through already for you on an article on the Compass, you can go ahead and reach out to your agency's site manager and they can help you set that up. All right, then finally, one more editorial thing for me to share with you all. It is the Compass magazine, and that is the quarterly print publication from VAX. You might be receiving the Compass magazine in the mail already, or you might have seen it out at trade shows where the VAX team is working a booth. You know, we usually have it at our booth if you want to come pick one up sometime. But basically kind of similar to our digital content, the Compass magazine focuses a lot on inspirational content in addition to educational content for advisors. So examples of that educational content we've covered in the past include topics like travel insurance, how to generate leads for your business, accounting, advice for leading a team at your, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the word, at your agency, that's it, advice on leading a team at your agency, and more. And similarly, we're also featuring tons of travel advisors in the magazine. And you know, some of these people might be people that you're familiar with, and others might be people you haven't met yet. So it's a really fun read. We're very proud of it. So if you want, grab a copy in person, but if you aren't able to, you can always read the issue online as well. So to find that, you can go back to that VAX navigation menu, go to the Compass section, and then click the Compass magazine. And that's going to bring you to an online link to the most recent issue.
Love it. And it's always so beautiful. The ink is so vibrant. We have fancy paper.
Yes, we're very proud of our paper.
All right. So we covered a lot today. We just wanted to run through kind of where you can find this stuff. There's nothing worse than being like, where was that? And not being able to find it. So just a quick recap going across the navigation. On the left side is the reservations and brands drop down. And that's where we talked about the brand showcases. So there's 6 different categories of VAX. And then within each category is a list of showcases where you can find all of their content, specifically for travel advisors. Next drop down is offers and incentives drop down, which we didn't actually talk about in the presentation today, but all of the offers within the brand showcases, the promotions and agent incentives that also pull through in this drop down, all in one place where you can filter and search by keywords and all of that. Then next one is destinations. That's where Jenna talked about the arrival guides, shareable PDF, super easy to download. It's free, super comprehensive about activities, dining, and everything in between. Next drop down is education, which we did not touch on today, but if you are a seasoned VAX user, there's a lot of great resources. If you want more info on the booking engine, you can find that there. And we even have a section dedicated for new advisors in there as well. The next drop down was resources. We talked about the Travel Inspo Toolkit and those shareables for social media. And there's a few other links in there, so feel free to peruse and explore. And then the last drop down is the compass. Jenna talked about the digital side and the magazine side and how easy it is to share with your clients, and those one-click share buttons that have your logo and your contact info right there. So really great content just to share with your audience. All right, then finally, this brings us to the community, which we are hoping to have live for you today, but we are now aiming for the end of November. And it will be VAX's new networking forum to bring advisors closer to their peers and build relationships. So it's kind of like a mini social media platform where advisors can come in, they can post questions, post a conversation topic, and then their peers can comment and interact with those posts.
Yes, we're so excited for it. Alrighty, well, speaking of social media, we wanted to take a moment to plug VAX's social media. So if you aren't already following us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, go ahead and do that now. We would really appreciate it. But another reason you're going to want to follow us on social media is because it's a great way to stay up to date with any tools or resources that we're launching. Because as you learned today, there's a lot going on in VAX that you might not be familiar with yet. So it's a really good place to stay up to date. Additionally, with those giveaways and prizes I was talking about earlier, this is a great place to learn about opportunities to win and to see who won. Actually, we announce a lot of winners on social too. So yeah, so go ahead and scan those codes if you're not following already. Otherwise, that is all that we have today. Joni, did we have any questions that we wanted to go over?
Thank you, ladies. That was wonderful. Lots of great information. As everybody can see, VAX is chock full of resources, no question about it. Yes, I have one question here, and I don't know if anybody has any other questions. Please feel free to put those in the questions area that you see on the right-hand side of the screen. This question is kind of a specific question, but it could be something other people are interested in as well. They're just saying they want to figure out how to change their contact information. They're a host agency and they have independents obviously working with them, and they never heard from anybody. I guess they saw someone at a conference, but they're just curious, who do they go to for that? So can you share where an agency or someone would go to make any changes to their information?
To update the logo, I'm assuming.
I update their agency information with you.
Okay.
And
Candy, do you know that?
It sounds like they're the owner, not the agent.
It says here appearing on my Compass materials is what it says.
Okay. Okay.
Does that help?
Yeah, so if it's an agent, a lot of the time the owner can make these edits, but if it's the owner, I think probably the best place would be this VAX training email on the slide.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So a couple folks are just commenting as well for you that they all of a sudden realize how much they can learn on VAX, which is great.
Oh, good. Yeah, and I don't know if we got any pet comments. I don't see them in the chat.
No, we got a couple, but the chat's not open, so you can't see them in the chat. But if someone wants to post it in the questions right now, I can share.
Okay.
I don't see cats in the chat. We're gonna move on.
No cats in the chat. No, there were no cats in the chat. There was a mention of pets, but no cats in the chat. But most people are saying they're super excited about all the information. Someone said they were nervous about VAX because they didn't know where to even start, and this has kind of helped them guide their way. And folks, just so you know, folks, we do always record our webinars. So this has been recorded, and everyone that is registered for this event will receive tomorrow an email from me that will have all the links to the recording. So you'll be able to watch this again and be able to gather anything you might have missed for the first time around. So just know that, okay? Let's see.
Yeah,
someone says they have a dog named Dobie. I have a dog named Callie. a small little Saint Bernard. Tiny thing.
Adorable.
She's a big girl. Okay, so everybody, does anybody have any other questions? If you want to go ahead and post those real quickly, otherwise we'll go ahead and do the final question for the prize. So it looks like people are just posting in about that they have a wiener dog, and so, everybody loves their pets, don't we? We're all hands about animals, no question. Oh, there's somebody who's asking another question. Hold on. Somebody's asking if you're a host agency, and the answer to that is no, you are not a host agency, correct?
Right, we are the website, the technology. Again, we have the booking engine side, which a lot of people are familiar with, and then we also have the content side where you can research the brands, you can use the resources we talked about today to grow your business. But right, we are the website. That's
what I thought. I just want to make sure that that was clarified for them. All right. I think they were new to the industry, so they were asking that question. All right. Yeah. So I think we're ready. Other than I'm reading all these dog things. So, okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, oh, somebody, okay, Melissa, you and I need to communicate. You have 2 St. Bernards. Oh my God, we have to connect.
Ooh.
We will have to do that. All right, well, folks, I'm going to go ahead and clear off the questions now, and then we'll go ahead and do the prize. So we have a $50 Amazon gift card that's courtesy of Travel Professional News, and I will be sending that out to the winner directly after the webinar. So be watching your email for that. And you can spend that on this upcoming shopping sprees that we will be having here with Black Friday soon on Amazon. So folks, I have got a question, and I'm going to randomly pick someone that gives us a correct answer. This is a great question because there's a million correct answers, right? So
Yes.
I think everybody would be entitled to the $50, but I only have one to give away. So, all right, so we'll go ahead and folks, remember you want to put your answers in the questions area that you see on the right-hand side of your screen. All right, which resource on VAX are you planning to use after learning about it during this webinar?
Great question.
It is a great question. There's a lot of right answers here.
Yes.
All righty. I'm going to close my eyes. We've got so many good answers, and I'm going to put my finger on a name on my monitor, and then I'm going to open my eyes. So hold on. Okay. Lacey Stefano is going to be utilizing the social media toolkit.
Yay.
Good
Yay.
job, Lacey. Okay, Lacey, be watching your email. That will come from us at Travel Professional News. It'll be an Amazon gift card, so just be watching. So everybody, the answers, so that you know, were Compass, destination guides, Shareable destination, Instagram, social media, specialty travel, lots and lots of correct answers, everybody. So I'm glad everybody was listening so carefully and took advantage of all the information that you ladies have shared with us today. And I will say, Jenna, thank you for the honor of being in Compass. You were kind enough to do an article about me some months ago, and I really appreciated that. That turned out really cool. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
That
Yeah,
was
we were
super
excited to
fun.
feature you.
Yeah, that was awesome. All right, folks, we are all done for today. Ladies, I'll let you say your goodbyes, and then we'll sign off until the next time.
All right.
Great.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yes, it was so fun to be here. I haven't personally done one with Og before, so thank you for everyone for joining, and we will talk to you soon.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, it was fun to have you, ladies. I can't wait to see you in person sometime. Thanks again, everybody.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.